All right, so let's just jump right into it. Why are your leads not converting into more booked opportunities? And I'm going to break down exactly why in 4 steps. The first one is you're probably not contacting them fast enough, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The second one is you're probably just following up via email and using one channel. I'm going to show you the other channels that you can use to follow up with your leads. The third one being you're probably just not following up enough times. And the fourth one is you're just not following up with the right information. And I'm going to show you the sequences that we've built and that you can just copy paste to get those leads through the door so you can get more demos, more bookings, and more sales. So let's go. So if you don't know me, I've built Wave Connect from 0 to $1 million in annual recurring revenue. I've done over 1,600 B2B SaaS demonstrations in the last 2 years. And all I do here is share my experience with you so you can see the wins and the losses. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and figure out why your leads don't convert and the steps that you can take to convert more leads. All right, so the first order of business is to contact them faster. If you can't contact your leads faster, then effectively those leads are just going to go somewhere else, or it won't be top of mind. If it's not top of mind, they forget about it and poof, there goes the deal. So, and I'm going to show you the stats on why this is important, because if you don't contact your lead fast enough, then they will go to a competitor, they will go somewhere else, they'll forget about you. And the fastest way to lose deals is to lose leads, because the less leads you have, the less deals you're going to close. So first order of business, don't be a snail. Your first touch point is happening way too late. And I'm going to show you some stats to back this up. 2 specific stats, actually. So the first one is pretty straightforward. It's lead to booking. Now, your lead to booking rate matters a ton for many, many reasons. So when you respond within 5 minutes, that can increase qualification success by up to 100 times. Now, the second one is super important as well. So this happens because speed keeps the lead warm. When you respond fast, people actually pick up, more interested, and the qualified ones actually don't drop and go somewhere else. So speed kills all deals, right? If you're too slow, the deal's gone. Now, number 3, the longer you wait, the more leads forget, move on, and talk to your competitors. So the best leads disappear before you even reach them. So make sure that you respond as fast as possible. Like, this is key. And I'm going to show you how you can do that below, but the impact is massive. The next one is lead to customer rate. So a 1-minute response time can lead to a 391, almost a 4x increase in your conversions. You go from closing 5 leads in every 100 to 20 leads in every 100 by just doing this one simple thing. There's no better ROI that you could possibly have than responding to your leads faster. So if there's anything I want you to remember from these stats is that speed turns the same 100 leads into 10 times more bookings and 4 times more customers. So by just responding faster, you get 10 times more bookings, well, up to 10 times more bookings and 4 times more customers because there's more people through the door that you can try and close who've been qualified. Like when you fill out a lead form, you're the most hot when the lead form goes through. If somebody calls you within the first 5 minutes, you're a lot more likely to be responsive, a lot more likely to join the call, a lot more likely to help with the deal and to qualify because you're in that moment. You're interested now and you want answers now. You probably maybe wanted a call. Maybe you wanted to ask questions. Maybe you wanted to qualify if this could be good for you and your business. And if a salesperson contacts you instantly, then it's GG right from the start, right from the get-go. So just put yourself in that position. Would you rather somebody contact you 48 hours after you've completed a lead form or within the first 5 minutes? Because trust me, if they contact you within the first 5 minutes, that is golden, right? They're probably more likely to close you, probably more likely to get you on a call, and you can move the deal forward. So just do this one thing. Get on the call, contact leads a lot faster. Simple. The first way you can do it is just a simple button, right? Request a call, contact us on the website, and that sends you a push notification via text or email so that you can get in contact with the lead. Now, depending on what website you're using, there's a lot of forms that you can embed into your website that will give you push notifications. Now, that's the number one easiest way. Now, the thing about this is that you have to actively be on your emails or text ready to respond, right? If you're always on sales calls, if you're doing other things, then, and you're a solo founder, then it might not be ideal. And you might have to go to step 3, which is hire a VA to keep an eye on emails, chats, and contact them immediately. So it depends on how much time you have free. If you have the availability to jump on a call and to just get into it, I would just get into it. If not, then hire a VA. You can get one from Upwork for 10 or even less. per hour. That's $80 per day. So just figure out the math. Are my leads worth more than $80 per day? How many leads are coming through? The other thing you can do is just CRM and forms. This is what we do at Wave. So we have like HubSpot, and in HubSpot, there's a forms section. And in the forms section, you can actually go ahead and create a lead form that has first name, last name, email, job title, and any other additional information. And once somebody fills out that form, our sales team automatically gets a internal notification and they get a task. So the internal notification is sent out immediately, and it pretty much says, hey, a lead just came through. Go ahead and contact them ASAP. Give them a call right now. And it also tasks them to do the exact same thing. So we're trying to jump on leads within the first 5 minutes, regardless. Like, there is no excuses why you should not be contacting these leads unless you are on a demonstration, on a call, and you're busy. Because once that comes through to your email, the first order of action is to go ahead and contact them because you were just notified to do that. So that's what increases our conversion from going like a lead to booked opportunity. So multiple ways you could do this. First way is do it yourself, get push notified, and then give those people a call. Second one is you can create forms in your CRM that push to your salesperson. And the third way is if you are a solo founder and you're too busy, then find a VA that's going to go ahead and book those calls for you, and just do the math, right? If your leads are worth less than $80 and you can only get one extra lead, then it probably doesn't make sense. But if your leads are worth more and you figure that number out, then you should go ahead and hire a VA. The way to think about the VA thing too is like, if you do $80 per day, they'll probably come out to like $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Can the VA get me enough leads through the door? If the LTV is equal to $2,000 and you get 4 more leads and your conversion rate is only 10%, then effectively that's $800. So if the VA is going to get you only 4 more leads because you answer faster, and the LTV of that customer is 2,000, and your conversion rate is only 10%, then that's only worth 800. I wouldn't do it. Let's say it's 50%, then that would actually equal to 4,000. And now it makes sense. You pay 2 to get 4. And that's how I think about it. Say this in every video. My writing is a disaster. It's a work in progress. So, all right. So on to the next. This is a big mistake that people make. You only contact leads via one channel, and your outreach isn't multi-channel. And this is going to kill all deals, because think about it yourself. You're probably on LinkedIn, Instagram, you're on your phone, you're on email, you're everywhere, but you expect that your customer is going to answer you by just reaching out via email exclusively. So most people rely on one channel, right? And it's usually email. Today, people are scattered everywhere. Some answer email, some answer text, some only reply to LinkedIn DMs, some never check anything but their phone text. So it's important you have like an omni-channel or multi-channel approach. If you want more leads to book, you need to reach them where they are, not what you prefer. And there's multiple ways you can reach different customers. So DMs are super important. Your ICP, your ideal customer, lives in Instagram, and this is a great way to make things feel personal. LinkedIn is another one. You can just go ahead, send them a connection request and a note. That increases your surface area of outreach. There's SMS. This is huge. If you just simply send an SMS, that can increase your conversion rates. So let's assume a lead comes in, you give them a call within 5 minutes, they don't answer, you leave a voicemail. After you've left a voicemail, you go ahead and send a text. And then, a day later, you connect with them on LinkedIn. Then you send them an email. You need various touch points. The next thing is phone call. Obviously, pick up the phone and call within 5 minutes. And then there's also email, which you're mostly familiar with. So there's many different ways you can get in touch with your customer. You just have to make sure that you're utilizing all these channels and not just focusing on one specific channel, which is like, let me just spam their email over and over and over again until they effectively answer me, which they probably won't because they didn't answer the first time. So stop relying on one channel, use multi-channel approach to get in touch with your leads. Aside from not following up with different channels, you're probably not following up enough times. So you got to be a machine, right? Like, you have to consistently follow up. There's been times where I've followed up with leads 365 days, and then effectively they've closed. So I would follow up the first day, third day, second day, and then a month every single time after that for a whole year. Like, if you do not tell me no, you don't tell me I am not interested. If you don't tell me we've gone into a different direction, if you just ghost me, I will always be there. You're not going to be a closed loss opportunity or a prospect lost opportunity unless you tell me exclusive, George, I don't want you to follow up with me anymore. Like, just stop it and I'll stop. If not, then you're reading it and it's just a timing thing. And I'm going to assume it's a timing thing because of your lack of answers. And I'm just going to hope that your timing aligns with my follow-ups. You need to follow up with your leads faster. You need to follow up with your leads in different places, and you need to follow up with them enough times. So most leads don't convert because people stop following up way too early. You're going to do 2 follow-ups, and then you're going to say, oh, now they're not interested. Let's just give up on this lead. Now, the reality is most leads will need 5 to 7 touch points before they even reply. 80% of deals require multiple follow-ups, and the majority of sellers stop at 1 or 2 attempts. So just increase your frequency and just don't stop. Be relentless in the amount of times that you follow up with somebody. Your qualified leads don't disappear. They just go with the company that stay top of mind. And again, this could always be a timing thing. If they don't answer you, it's because something came up. Maybe this is in the back burner and effectively it's just not the right time for them to jump on this opportunity. So just make sure that you stay top of mind and that your follow-up aligns with their timing. And the only way to do that is to follow up consistently at different points of time. Now, this is why you need 5 to 7 follow-ups. People are busy and it's not that they're not interested. Things come up. Your leads might be at work, in a meeting, on a train with the kids. Timing is everything in the follow-up game. Following up gives them another window to reply when they actually have the time. So stay consistent on that. Each follow-up hits a different moment, right? One email might get ignored. A second might get open. Third catches them at the perfect time. And just when they're thinking about the problem again, they might have seen like an ad, one of your posts, and then you send them a DM. And then they're like, oh, this aligns with my timing. My manager just talked about it. Let's get ahead and move this deal forward. Following up shows that you're serious. When you follow up more than once, you look reliable. You look like you actually care about helping, not just selling. Follow up keeps you top of mind. We've discussed this. They might not reply today, but your message is still the one they think about tomorrow. Follow-up filters real intent. If they don't follow up for the first message, but they follow up on the 5th, that means that they were actually interested. It was a timing thing because they messaged on the 5th that they're interested. So they're a lot more qualified the deeper they go into the follow-ups. And your competitors follow up more than you think. I always assume my competitors are better than me. I always assume my competitors are doing more volume than me. I assume my competitors are just dusting me at all points in time, which allows me to just be ruthless in my approach because I don't want my competitors to be better than me. I want to be the best. So to be the best, I have to do what the best have to do. And that is relentlessly follow up until you tell me no. So stay consistent. That usually wins deals. Don't give up on those leads. Continue to follow up until you get an exclusive no. How to fix this with a simple workflow, right? Let's do some Bob the Building over here. So the best way that I found to follow up with your leads is to set up an automated sequence with task triggers inside your CRM. Sounds complicated. It's really not that deep. This ensures every lead gets consistent follow-ups without you forgetting. And in the next point, I'm going to show you exactly the sequence that I use, but I'm going to break it down simply. Somebody completes a lead form, right? Let's assume that this is the lead form. Somebody completes this lead form. They put in their name, email, phone number, and boom, you got lead collected, right? Now, you need to drop those into a sequence immediately. So the way the sequence works, it's going to keep you accountable to follow up with those leads and also automate it. Because let's say you get 100 leads a month. It's going to be very tough to keep up who you've called, which multi-channel approach did you use, how did you contact them before. There's just too many touch points for too many leads and it might get you lost. So creating a sequence allows you to touch base autonomously while having triggers or tasks for you as the human to jump right in and follow up at key moments. So let's just jump right into the sequence right now since we're talking about it. Everybody's sequence might be different depending on your business, but I'm just going to tell you what my sequence is, and then you can go ahead and copy that, or you can tweak it to make it work for you. The first thing I do is immediate outreach. So a lead comes in, sales gets notified instantly. So sales or myself, I'm not in it anymore. We have salespeople and they go ahead and do that work. They get notified to call the lead immediately. If they don't answer, then we leave a short voicemail and then we send a quick email right after that. And this email here, it's on auto, right? This is tasked. So we don't need people to remember what's going on. So sequences can be built in your CRM. You can use HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But every CRM has a lead form. And then from the lead form, you can create sequences to task you on certain things and then send out emails on your behalf. So a lead comes in, boom, we call the lead, leave a voicemail, send out an automatic email. Everything's tasked and logged, so you don't have to remember what to do. The next thing is after 2 days, so there's a 2-day delay, and then there's like a clear actionable next step. Our goal is to get that lead to jump on a demonstration with our salespeople. When they jump on the demo, we figure out if this works for them. And if it does, we sell them the solution, just digital business cards for their team, and they buy licenses, and they can go ahead and deploy that to their team. So our goal is to go from lead to demo. Sales does the demo and then does the close. So after a 2-day delay, we just sent another email, right? We just clear instructions saying, hey, we tried to reach out. Did you have a chance to book a demonstration or did you have any questions? So that's after a 2-day delay. So don't forget, right now we've kind of left like 4 touch points, right? We had one email, we had one phone call, we had a voice message, and then we had another email within 2-day period. So now what we're going to do is wait another 2 days, and then we want them to see it in action, right? So in our case, what we do is we send a quick demo video or a QR code to interact with our product, because we are a digital business card. You can scan a QR code and actually test out the product. So this helps them visualize how it works. If you don't have a way for them to test out the product, this is a great opportunity to send a video of how your product works so they can kind of get in the mood and see if this is something that works for them. Now make it different than what you have on your website, something that's catered so that they can quickly learn more. It could be a 2-minute video explaining what you do or what your product does. Right after that, we'll go ahead and send a LinkedIn connection request. So right now, we did the immediate outreach, waited 2 days, send an outreach, waited 2 days, send an outreach. And now we go ahead and send a LinkedIn connection request. So we had 5 different touch points at this point in time. This is super simple, a small like connection with a note saying, hey, just want to connect over here. If you have any questions for me regarding Wave, feel free to let me know. Then we'll wait 3 more days and we'll try and add some value here. So what we're going to say is like, this is why other companies chose Wave. This is the problem they experienced, and this is the solution that they're going to get. So explain why similar companies have worked with you before. You can name drop here, super important. Builds trust. You know, we've worked with PF Chang's, Mercedes, Google, HubSpot. You just name drop. Tie it with the pain points within that industry and what, you know, the typical pain for your ideal customer is. Show them who else is winning with your product, which ties in with the companies that you've picked. And this pretty much builds trust when they're unsure, right? Because they're like, oh, these big companies have worked with Wave. This is the pain point that they've experienced, and this is what Wave can do to solve it. So this is a great one. We get a lot of responses here. And then after 4 more days, this is now, we're close to like a 14-day sequence. After 4 days, it's a final touch point with free value. It's a very soft, like, hey, bye-bye. We tried to contact you like 10 times. It didn't work out. We offer something of value. In this case, we actually let them onboard themselves through like a self-onboarding sequence where they can just click a link, get a 14-day free trial to the dashboard. They can figure it out themselves and onboard their team. And if they need help, they can get in touch and we can assist. A lot of people don't want to get on sales calls. They just want to try the product straight away. So this is a great opportunity to do that. Hey, maybe, you know, sales call is not what you're looking for, but go ahead, try our product. If you like it, you can reach out. If you don't want to reach out and you know how to set yourself up, go ahead and do that. So no pressure here, just goodwill. And yeah, that's typically how I end my sequences. After that, the prospect will be sent out into prospect lost, where they will continue to be nurtured in prospect lost until they respond they are no longer interested on a monthly or quarterly basis. So we'll continue to send emails to these people with offers, value, whatever it might be, until they've decided to opt out. Just to summarize here, try not to rely on email alone. You know, hit as many channels as possible, sequence it, task it, use a CRM so that you can stay on top of all these leads, create a process. And if you need help with that process, shoot a comment down below. Happy to help you figure out how you can build this. Or if you have any questions, I can create another video on how I did the workflows. All right. Now, that's kind of a wrap. And here are some actionable next steps for you. So if you want new leads to actually convert, this is what you need to do. Cut your response time, reach out within 1 to 5 minutes, call first, voicemail, then email. Speed fixes half of your pipeline problems. If you can just get in touch with them fast enough, you're going to increase the amount of leads. You're going to increase the qualification rate. You're going to get more people book demos, and that effectively will increase the amount of revenue that you generate. So just do this. If there's anything that you want to take away from this video, is cut your response time, get on a call with your prospect as soon as possible. Now, use multiple touch points. Stop being so stuck to email. Pick up your phone, call them, leave a voicemail, SMS, LinkedIn, DM on Instagram, whatever it might be, depends on your ICP. But try and touch point. I was going to say try and touch them as many times as possible, but yeah, don't do that. Use as many touch points as possible. All right, so follow up more and use the right information. Most people stop after one message. Build a 10 to 14 day sequence with real value in each step. Start with clear next steps, then social proof, how your product works, why others choose you, and offer free value at the end. Then I would actually put them in prospect lost and go ahead and nurture them forever until they stop and say no. And that's pretty much it. That's how you close more sales, get more leads to be qualified, and jump on calls with you. Hopefully this was easy to understand, actionable, and you know what to do next. So go ahead, pick up the phone, make sure you get in touch with your leads, and see you in the next video, which should be somewhere around here, or we'll figure it out sooner or later, but it'll pop up.